Okay, we need to get music back on. What the hell? Oh no, and my oh, my restream visuals are gone again. Oh, and now my character is laggy. Maybe it's just because everything is still powering on. Okay, hello? Okay, we're back. Like nothing ever happened. What the fuck? I think maybe I knocked the extension cable with my leg and it like flicked the power switch on it, causing it to turn off, but then I didn't fully press it because I wasn't actually pressing the button, so it just, by the time I looked down, it was on again. I think maybe. I'm not aware enough of bumping into things to know if that's what I did. I'm hoping that's what it was because that's preventable and not some sort of horrible problem with the PC or one of the cords or something. Like nothing even happened, guys. Your music is a bit loud again? Oh my god, it is. Why did it go back up? Hey, you. Why did you go back up? Can I mess with your settings? Is there something in your settings that should be maxing you out that isn't? Can I add a lid? Compressor expander. Okay, I added a compressor, so it should max out at 18 now. I think. I don't know if if that'll cut it off or if that'll make everything quieter if it gets to that volume. I don't know. Tell me if the music is weird and choppy now. I don't know what a compressor does. Oops. Okay. So, new note. Mic cord longer, streamer bot. Oh no, what was the third one? The new one is that I need to move that extension cable. Or maybe tape it down on yes, so it doesn't automatically turn off. Oh, right, lap desk. Okay. Let's see if my drawing page is still working properly. It is! Fabulous. Now let me very carefully position. Alright, this can work. Okay. 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 Oh no. The purple blood face paint. It looks so good, and it's gonna be... Okay. The detailing. Okay. Oh my god, wait, I'm using the wrong model. Because I was trying to get everything back up as soon as possible, and that's my default model. I forgot my makeup. There, problem solved. Okay, hear me out. They're on a little picnic. Let's see how that translates into the typical aspect ratio. Ooh, it does not want to come in the right size. Okay. I can fix that, probably. Picnic by the sea actually isn't a terrible idea because they are purple bloods and one of them is a sea dweller. Oh my god, I almost forgot her tail in the sketch. You can only have one reference image? Oh no. They did have beach outfits, didn't they? Nah, we're gonna go with normal grass picnic, I think. Ah, yes. I can make out all the finer details. Wow. Thank you, Procreate. What would I do without you? Okay, so what do I need to do to... I won't be able to color pick from their references, and they're way too big to fit on the tiny pixel art canvas. Wait, idea. Okay, so if I download this, and then make a new large canvas, Not you. Okay. So, I reinsert the reference images onto the new large canvas. Okay, now we have our references. Now that inserted image is the correct dimensions of the canvas that I want to eventually have the final art piece be. So, what I do is... I make everything a clipping mask of that layer. And then at the end, I'll be able to either downsize the canvas or insert that one into a new canvas that's the correct dimensions, and it should fit perfectly snugly. Yeah. Okay, easy. Oh, I have to decide if I want to do these colors or... Let me look at their page again real quick. Bright colors, OC interactions, outfit swaps. Okay, I think since they asked for hero mode, it's okay to give them the canonical troll hair color. I'm being nitpicky here, which is this character's hair is like a purpley gray, and this character's hair is a different purpley gray, but in the Homestuck style, all dark hair looks black, and all trolls have just like full black hair. So I think I'm gonna give them black, and then maybe, since it's super easy to recolor things when everything is all separated through pixel art, I think I can just make an alternate version with the more accurate... Yeah, I can just make both, actually. It'll be super easy to just do both. Never mind, what am I even worrying about? The necklace, I think, is gonna have to go, just because hero mode doesn't have necks. I'm realizing how big these horns are, but I think that's canon compliant. Hold on. Yeah, swirl down there, swirl up there. Maybe they're a little... Oh my god, no. You... Gonna get your ass. Alright, bot sniped. Anyway, as I was saying, I think the shape of the horns is good, but I think I might have made mine a little too big. Wonderful. I think the horn size is fine. The horns on the reference are nearly the size of the head itself. Yeah, I made them a little smaller after saying that. They were up to, like, here, which felt a bit too much. But the horns on these characters are pretty large. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. You're right that the references are... Whew. I think it's because these characters are adult trolls. And canonically, it seems to be the case. I think maybe this is something that Hussey decided later on, or like forgot about a little bit sometimes when designing characters. But it seems to be the case that older trolls, their horns get bigger, even if they grow in ways that don't exactly make sense. Like, you know, normally horns will grow in a way that's more... sort of the difference between a horn that grows over time, like, in a line, versus a horn that starts off shaped like this. And then... just kinda... I don't know. Sometimes the way that the horns grow doesn't exactly make sense. Even if there are certain kinds of horns that maybe grow by getting larger over time instead of changing shape, there's still... I don't know if there are. But there's a little bit of weirdness with the way that they change size. There are sheep with 4 horns. Oh, that's fun. I was thinking of, and this is something I still want to do at some point, I wanted to make a series of trolls based off of the Chinese zodiac. I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my avatar, and the mouth is not good. What's wrong with the mouth here? Let me look at you. Your cooldown is too short. The mouth closes too quickly. How's that? That... or maybe... okay, that looks better to me. Sorry, I'm used to the mouth staying open even when I take, like, a pause from talking for a second. That's kind of how I prefer it. But it was way too sensitive to how long I'd been silent for, so the mouth was closing more often than I would like. But it's good now. I'm happy with it now. Jacob sheep. They're in the Xtian Bible? Christian? Is that a way people... oh, those do look neat. Sorry, what was I saying? No, I guess that makes... cause Christmas and the... yeah. No, that... yeah. It makes sense. I just hadn't seen someone use the X to replace the... I guess technically the Chris. I was gonna say the Christ, but I guess technically I hadn't seen someone use an X to replace the Chris in Christian before. Who's this Chris guy everyone's so excited about anyway? Christmas, Christian. Going nuts over this Chris guy. Yeah, like Xmas, yeah. But no, I've been thinking of making a set of trolls based off of the Chinese zodiac, and I wanted to... Hold on, let me pull up this sheep actually real quick, because it's kind of cool. ADHD stream. We're gonna look at a Jacob sheep. I'm not convinced that we're getting this one attack done today, but it's okay because we're on like day 16 and I've gotten like 20 done. So I'm not gonna feel bad about it. Look at that! Isn't that cool? That's what that was? I thought it was a new word for a sec. Yeah, exactly. I saw Xtian Bible and I was like, is this a new religion or something? But, Christian makes sense. Aren't they pretty? I like this. This is cute. Now I want to make a Homestuck character based off of this sheep. They would be ram. A ram, so Aries? Wait, that's me. Oh my god. Guys, I need to make a new troll and they need to be an Aries. They need to be a Rust Blood, just like me. Wow. But the one I was thinking about making was based off of the pig zodiac. And for the horns, I wanted to do... There's one type of pig. This one I might not show on stream because it's kind of upsetting. Let me see if there's any like pictures that aren't too the... Okay, these look fine. I think it's fine. So there's a type of pig that has quote-unquote horns, but they're not actual horns. What they are is their teeth that grow through the roof of the pig's mouth. Like their teeth just keep growing, and then they grow through the roof and keep curling. And the pigs will die from this sometimes. Like sometimes the curling will curl back in so much, and it'll like end up stabbing them in the brain and killing them. A Babirusa. A Babirusa? I tried two pronunciations. Hopefully one of them was more correct than the other. But like, you can see here how it would, if it kept growing in the direction that it's come out here, how it could end up injuring the pig. But I was thinking of doing a troll with this as their horns. And it was like sort of an upper lip, like piercing style thing. Wild pigs are indeed terrifying. 100% I completely agree. I am very grateful that the chance that where I am currently, will get gored by one of these things is so slim. The rareness of that opportunity is exactly where I want it at right now. Anyway, that's a Babirusa pig. I think that they're cool. I mean, like, it sucks that they evolved like that, and that's how they, like, work in some levels. But also, like, they're interesting as a thing that evolved as, like, a natural oddity, I guess? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, how there's some parasites that work totally... Have I told you guys about this? I think parasites are fascinating. Just because they fill such specific niches, and, like, some of them evolved to do really weird, quirky stuff that only, like, 1 to 3 species do sometimes. Just because they, like, bounce back and forth between the thing that they're parasitizing evolving to try and not get parasitized by them. And you can end up with these weird, like, Rube Goldberg sort of, like, butterfly effect things, where you end up with a really weird species that does really weird stuff. There's one Oh my god. Is it ladybugs or praying mantises? It, like... Okay. Gross warning. Hold on. Let me... If you wanna... Okay. Let me... Where do I... On this layer. If you want to mute the stream for me to talk about parasites, it's the kind that is in a bug. I guess I can put this. Yeah, if you want to mute for a little. I'm just gonna be as carefully as I can talking about things that are in a bug. So there's a parasite that shows that like grows in a bug and it comes out of the bug. And then what it does is, while it's, like, adjusting... Oh, can I remember how this thing works? It somehow manages to get the bug to, like, fight for it. And it, like, the bug is completely stationary that it came out of, but it's, like, defending it. I think it might be Ladybug. Is it the zombie parasite seen on some ants? No, so the zombie parasite seen on ants is a fungus. It's a mushroom, and the mushroom grows out of the ant's head. And then it makes the ant climb up high, and then, like, higher than the ant would normally have the urge to climb. It just gives it the urge to get onto, like, the tallest leaf it can. And then once it's up there, it releases its spores. So it wants to be high up so that the spores can, like, fly down. This one is like a bug that's inside of a bug or something like that. It's not like a plant or a fungus. The parasite you are thinking of... Oh my god, shut up, I overview. Fuck you. Braconid wasp. Yeah, so the wasp injects the egg, it attacks the ladybug and injects the egg into the ladybug. The ladybug walks around still alive, the wasp baby eats it a little bit, and then it comes out and it does this zombie style thing with the ladybug, and we're not entirely sure how this works. But the ladybug is basically doing like muscle spasms in a way that like fights off predators while the baby is like adjusting to being out of the ladybug. For like, I think a day or two, maybe? Or a few hours. Some, like, not too long a scale. So like the rat from the movie. Yes, exactly. Basically, as far as I believe I think we don't know how it works and there's a few theories. Like, I don't think that this bug interacts with the brain in the same way that that a parasite that like, it doesn't interact with the brain, but it might be producing chemicals that make the ladybug want to fight, or it might just be that the ladybug is paralyzed a little bit so it can't leave, but it's still fighting to defend itself. It just can't get to the baby, like, under it or whatever. So it's not actually trying to defend the baby, it's trying to defend itself. I think I did a Wikipedia deep dive on these guys and was annoyed by how little info we had and how much stuff we just, like, didn't know. Because I was trying to do research into parasites. I don't even remember why. I think I had an actual project I was working on. Like the worm things in the Matrix movie. I haven't seen the Matrix. Guys, is this a bad time to admit I've never seen the Matrix? Do they have parasites in the Matrix? No, the mushroom one, okay. I'm gonna keep... Okay, the mushroom one is interesting because it, I believe the mushroom one, I misspoke a little bit earlier. I think we figured out the specifics of how it works, and it doesn't actually, like, do the thing that the one that gets inside rats does, where the one that gets inside rats manipulates, like, the chemicals to make them want to go towards cats so they get eaten. But the one that's inside ants doesn't manipulate the chemicals of their brain, or it might a little bit, but mostly what it does is I believe the fungus literally pilots, like, it takes over the movement cortex of the brain, not the emotional or, like, reasoning or whatever. So it's literally just, like, piloting the body upward, and the ant is, like, aware but, like, can't control its motor skills anymore, I think. I have no idea how the fuck they figured that out. I guess they put an ant in a CAT scan while it had fungus in its brain or something. That might also be internet mythology that isn't actually, and we don't know how it works. Because the thing about parasites is a lot of them, we don't know how they work. Because people don't want to research, it's like genuinely a problem that people sometimes don't want to research parasites because it's hard to think of them as not a bad thing. You know what I mean? And it's also hard to find, even if you do want to look into them, it's hard to research them because it's hard to find them in the wild since they're reliant on certain species and they're only in some species, and in some cases, the species that they parasitize will start going extinct because of human meddling or whatever, and then it's even harder to find them because if the species they parasitize is going extinct, they also go extinct. But it's like, and because there's also, like I said, a lot of parasites function very differently from each other, even though they're all categorized under parasite. Like, the way that they do things and why they do them can be surprisingly different from one another. So we just don't know a lot about a lot of species of parasite. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna try to move down a little bit. Ants in a CAT scan. All right. I played a D&D character one time that was one of those, the one that goes in the ant, kind of. Except it was actually like an escaped lab experiment. So it was like pretending to be an ant. It was in a setting where we were doing like Bugs Life style. So we were all playing as little bugs. Have you seen Stargate? I have, yes. I have watched Stargate with Mim, actually. I don't remember much of any specific episodes, really. I mostly just remember the general premise, because I watched it when I was little. The talk about parasites reminded me of the main villains. Man, I really don't remember anything about this show, do I? I've seen every episode of Stargate, everyone, even after the fish appeared in Jack's pond and the show was finished. The villains are parasite aliens who pretend to be gods. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you go, like... Okay, what is happening here? It was an interesting way to mix mythology and science fiction. All of the gods from mythology were just alien parasites. I built an entire Animal Crossing island around Daniel Jackson. Probably unknowingly stemmed from that racist theory about aliens building the pyramid. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. That one comes up a lot in sci-fi. Specifically the pyramids one. It's annoying. It's kind of like, what was it? I think, let me fact check this one. One second. Let me fact check this before I say it out loud to a stream of people. Yeah, it's like when people are doing, like, government secret joke stuff, and they, use the lizard people joke. Which was, popularized through anti-Jewish conspiracy theories. I was fact-checking that one because it would be a wild thing to say if it were untrue, but it is true that theory that was originally based around like dehumanization and conspiracy theories about like the quote-unquote Jewish elite. Not a thing, by the way. Like, yeah, I get it. The idea of a lizard person is funny. The idea of aliens in human history is funny. But you have to acknowledge, you can't really, like, even though in concept those things are funny, the way that they specifically have a history and were established in, like, at the very least in, like, US American or, like, English culture, maybe as a whole, or like not as a whole, but like on a larger. I don't know if these specific ones also gained popularity in like the UK or something. I'd imagine they may have. Like they have histories, and those histories are dehumanizing or undervaluing people. The stuff with goblins and money popularized by Rowling has racist undertones. Recently had to explain to my sister why magic banks in D&D don't have goblins. Yep, that's another one. Because that one is also a Jewish stereotype specifically. And it really sucks because a lot of people just don't even think about it, or like literally don't know that these things are based in stereotypes. And in a way, sometimes that's kind of the point, because it gets you to associate things. Like, for example, the goblin's like physical features with the stereotype. And it's like making those connections without people even knowing that they're being like told to make those kinds of connections. Which is part of why it's important to be as careful as you can to not include those kinds of things, because then they end up getting perpetuated, like, how do I put this? They can get perpetuated and like put ideas that people don't even recognize are what they're trying to communicate. You know what I mean? Like they spread, they can like the pyramids one. The pyramids one is more straightforward for what I'm trying to say. Where by accepting any level of the aliens built the pyramids thing, whether you know that's what you're doing or not, by humoring it at all, you are saying that you don't think that the Egyptians were capable of building the pyramids. Yeah, unconscious messaging and propaganda. Exactly. Thank you. Because even if it's not your intention, you're still going to be spreading those ideas. Whoa, how long has that line been there? Okay, not that long. It's fine. I also made the Minotaurs the bankers because I thought the image of a giant Minotaur helping a human set up a bank account was funny. You were correct. It's giving, like, Mr. Incredible hunched over in his cubicle. My magic school campaign was basically made with the idea of, okay, what if Rowling wasn't a bigoted hack? Oh my god. There's a great, oh, do you have, okay. Are you familiar with Dropout? So Dropout has, it's the streaming service that is run by what used to be College Humor. And they have a D&D podcast style series where they will sometimes, it's like one, like, campaign per about 20 episode-ish season, and sometimes they'll do mini seasons with guest DMs, and sometimes if a season is really popular, they'll do a second or third season set in that same campaign setting. I've seen the campaign you're talking about. Yes, it's such a good campaign. That was really loud thunder? I think that was thunder. Jeez Louise. But no, it's great. It's a great setting. Can I remember what it's called? Misfits and Magic with the DM Abria Iyengar. Yes, I can remember. One of my favorite characters of all time is in that setting. Evan Kelp. He's the, for those of us who may not be aware, he's basically, the idea is that he's kind of like the anti-Harry Potter, where he's like the chosen one by dark forces, and he's followed by horrible, violent unluck, and everyone around him like meets a horrible demise, and he's supposed to be the Dark One. And his last name was specifically designed to come out of the mouth unpleasantly. Kelp. It's specifically meant to be an unfun name to say. And his arc is about him kind of like learning to control his magic and not, like, he does use the dark magic, but he's not using it to do evil shit, even though people want him to be. And the setup is that it's the first American exchange students to, like, the British magic school. And one of the first things they do when they get there is they're talking about the house system, and they're like, why the fuck do you have houses? You have a house that's specifically for evil kids? Like you're putting, like, some of these people came here, like, we're coming here at, like, high school age, but some people are entered into the system and, like, at, like, 14 or some shit. You're putting 14-year-olds into the evil house. And, like, you're telling them that because they're kind of an asshole at 14, they're gonna be evil forever. And you don't think that might be contributing to your dark magic problem. Because, like, studies have shown that separating kids like that based off of, like, their skills or whatever, is not super good for them. I started my campaign before seeing this, so it was a really fun coincidence. Kelp is a hilarious character. No, that's great. And it's a good concept too. Wow. Wait, how many does that say? 101. Oh my god. Hi, thank you. Thank you so much for the 101 bits. I still don't know what these do, but yay. They convert into like... what was it? I think it's like... Okay, it's gonna depend on region, but they're like 0.1 cent per bit. It's something like that. It might just be 1 cent. Yeah, 100 bits is like a dollar. So it's like a stream donation thing. I was looking for a bit. I just saw it pop up and figured I might as well. Thank you for stopping by. Jesus, that has to be thunder. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but scaring the shit out of me. It's strong thunder over here, scary rain again. Dang. Stay safe. Please, thank you. Bits are used for fun animations and such. I don't really have... I think you can set it up so that people can buy things for bits in the same way they can buy things for... Oh wait, that's right, you can! You can buy, on my channel, some of the, like, the tomatoes and stuff that y'all can get for free or redeem for channel points. Some of them you can redeem for bits. So I do have something you can get with bits if you want. I wish it would rain over here. Might clear out the smog from the forest fires. Then again, I have no clue if that's how it works. Yeah, I hope that resolves for y'all soon. Because Jesus Christ. Window rattling thunder. Yeah, I can feel it like in my house. Okay, what's happening here? Let's maybe go back to the higher resolution. Let me go to this character's profile. Okay. No, I'm still a little confused. I think I can... Okay, I think I can get those shapes. Ah. Okay. That's the belt. The gloves. Do the gloves have detailing? They do. Although that detailing wouldn't be visible from this side, actually. Okay, I still need to address the face paint. Although, back to the character reference real quick to see if I can find a better picture for the face paint. Okay, I think that's about what we're gonna get. Okay. Okay, what is there any little detailing I've missed here? Lipstick, and then she has danglies from one of her horns. There we go. Going to wander off and play a little Cozy Grove Camp Spirit before I go to bed. It has fireworks after dark. Alright, thank you for stopping by. Okay. Let's start with the hair, I think. Because the hair is covering one of the eyes, and how the hair is shaped affects where the horn should go, I think. There we go. I like how the trolls have mini versions of them, so you all have an easier style to make fan art of. True. I really like both hero mode and sprite mode, just because they're very fun art styles to mess around with. Okay. You have... Oh my god, her gills. I keep looking at details and going, oh, I hadn't even considered how I was going to add that one yet. happening there? Hello, sorry. My phone just went crazy, and I don't remember where it is. There it is, okay. Oh, it's sending me like all of my Discord notifications at once for some reason. Okay. Okay, that's something I can ignore and deal with later, actually. Okay. Skirt has the flowery thing on the bottom, the striping, the buttons. There's a ribbon on this side. Okay, that is... I think the shoes are good, skirt is good. I forgot this triangle here on the sleeve on the right. What am I still forgetting? Tail, ponytail, horns. Tail, ponytail, horns. Maybe the neck detailing? I feel like the neck detailing maybe is the kind of thing that wouldn't be in hero mode. As long as you get the obvious design parts, you should be fine. Yeah, I feel like at this point they already are recognizably the characters. Both of them, I think. There we go. Okay. So we have horns, eyes look good, glasses, lipstick, gills, ponytail, hair, shirt. So we still need to do the tail. Okay, that is the characters done, I feel. Okay, of all this, only the glasses actually need to be their own layer. Gotta get going. It's late and I'm getting EP. Have a good stream. Cute art, by the way. Thank you. Have a good night. Okay, so I think, okay, if I separate out the head of the characters, then I can make them bob up and down a little bit. The tail can have movement. the blush can come in and out a little bit transparency-wise, and the heart can move up and down. I think this is the plan. I think that's the kind of animation that I want to do, and maybe if we do the ocean-y background, we could have, like, waves in the back moving a little bit as well. I'm trying to think. Alternia, it has to be nighttime because they burn up in the sun. I think there are some references for Alternian beaches that I could steal colors from. Because Gamzee lives on a beach. Okay, so I'm gonna go try and find some colors to steal. Or maybe not. Those colors are kind of ugly. Oh, it didn't even work. Okay. Let me go grab it again then. Whatever. That's fine. I like the purple used in the sky, and I think I like the pink clouds concept. I think the color of the water is okay, but the sand, I am not digging. Okay. Alright. What did I have on the... Oh goodness. Okay. So, picnic, blanket, basket, plates. Okay. How big are the Alternian moons? Hello, Wolfie, welcome in. There we go. Actually, let's move you all up over here. And then you then it goes to gray right here. I'm writing for my D&D campaign. Ooh. What kind of campaign are you doing? How are you, Rose? I'm good. This is the only attack that we've worked on today. We did have an event, so the new setup seems to be working pretty well. I do have to crouch down a little bit when speaking into my mic, so I need a longer cable for my mic if possible. What else was there? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I forgot StreamerBot, so none of the commands actually work. I left him on my old PC. We forgot him at the rest stop. So we do need to go back to the gas station to pick up StreamerBot, because we did leave him. So our commands are broken right now. But our stream avatars are back and seem to be working fine, which is nice. There we go. I like that mine fell on top of Birdly earlier. Looked like a giant kitty attacking a blue jay. Get his ass! I am doing a villains versus heroes campaign. The villains work for Hell, and the heroes are helped by the Fae. Oh my god. The lawyers. The legal cases alone. Oh my gosh. They're gonna keep trying to get each other into bargains, and it's gonna keep not working. Actually, that sounds hilarious. Imagine a Fae lawyer and demon lawyer fighting fighting each other. Yes, exactly. You see the vision. I had to create my own contract system. Oh my god. You know it's gearing up to be a good campaign when you're working on the magic system for it. That's so cool, though. Do they have, like, different ways that they use their contracts, or is it, like, the same system for both? For the most part, they have... Okay, sorry, I have to be facing the mic. Oh my gosh. For the most part... Oh my god. 1 second. I have to find where my good readable version of chat went. For the most part, they have each team having like 5 different types of contract they can do. Different ways. I love that. That's really cool. So when you say 2 teams, did you make like a foil for your party? Like your own matching party? Or do you have like a larger party that you've split into 2 separate groups for the campaign? Got some really fun ideas for my character designs. I overcooked with the concept. No, I feel that. I always feel like I end up falling flat of my character concepts for D&D once I actually get into the role-playing of them. Not as a DM, because I don't really DM. As a player. It's 2 parties of 5 with me and a co-DM. Each having a side. I'm team villains. Oh my god, that's so fire. Okay, I feel like I should add some shading under them just so that they're more, I don't know, visible against the blanket. We'll see how that looks. Okay. Anyway, should be fun watching all 10 players having fun exploring my world, racing to beat the other party, and sabotaging each other. Sorry, okay, you weren't here when I explained this before. So I do have to turn fully, like, my monitors are in front of me and my secondary one is slightly to the right. I do have to turn fully to the left to speak into my microphone right now. So I do have to look back and forth in order to read anything aloud. Which is what's up with the sudden pausing. But no, that sounds like a lot of fun. It also sounds like a logistical nightmare. Oh my god. Like, the setup for... I don't know. I've always thought that, like, multi-party campaigns sounded really cool, and I would never be able to run one. At least not without, like, years and years of DMing practice. Well, she does have years worth now. I think we started playing before the pandemic. Yeah, man. That's... Oof. That's what I'm saying. We're like, it definitely is possible. But personally, I fear anyone who runs such a thing. It's nice that this time I get the help of a Codium and an assistant. All the helpers I can will make this easier. That's true as well. It definitely is gonna be... Oh my gosh, what was I trying to say? It's getting late, I'm sorry. Stream ends in 4 minutes, by the way. It's definitely gonna be... ease... Oh my god, I'm melting. I spent too much time drawing lesbians. And don't get me wrong, the lesbians look beautiful. But I can't think anymore. Thank you, thank you. I do feel like it was the right call to change the sand color but pull the sky and base watercolors. I think the water needs some shadows though. Much to consider. Either way, it looks lovely so far. Thank you. I think... Okay. I've been pretty careful to keep the water separated. There's a million different things I'm thinking about for animation. I should probably take note of these so that I haven't forgotten them by the next time I'm drawing this. Okay. So this is our plans. The heads I'm gonna have to re-separate because I was not keeping them separated like that before as layers, but I want them to move up and down a little bit. The blush I want to transparent in and out, which will be easy because it is already on a separate layer. Clouds left, right. Reflections left, right. The waves, the tide I want to come in and out. Oh, right. Okay, so she definitely still needs more time to cook, but it's coming along very well. I think this could work as a finished piece, and now I'm just adding more and more on top. Okay. So, that's gonna be about it for tonight's stream. Our next stream is Sunday night. It's the same time, so it's 9 p.m. EST to 12. It will be game night. Oh, right. So we'll be picking up Deltarune Chapter 2. Jeez, I haven't played that game forever. I forgot what we were doing for game nights. So we'll be continuing Deltarune Chapter 2 from where we left off, which was we had just been kidnapped by Queen. I would link socials and what have you, but unfortunately my bot is unavailable. He's run away from home, it seems, and I had nothing to do with it. I didn't forget him anywhere. But yeah. I'll see you guys on the next stream if you're free. I'll see you whenever you can stop by again if you're not. Yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by, and have a good night.